Hello, everybody. This is Raskull, coach for EC4. Coach, right? For EC4, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. Yes. All right. I got that right, at least. Coach for EC4. So tell us a bit about yourself, man.
Well, I'm Raskull. I'm the coach for EC4. Many people in the Spanish community already know me. I've been host, for example, in one program we had for Rocket League. So, things about me: I've been a coach for 2 years now. I started coaching in Fekis, which was at the time Adri, which is a player on EC4,
Mm-hmm.
but also at Samu, which is on Giants. So those are my roots.
A veteran.
And yes, one of I had a time where I wasn't in the community for a year or so because
Mm.
I was finishing my degree,
Yeah.
and right now I'm again a coach. I also write. I'm a journalist for Rocket League, so
That's pretty
it's me.
cool. That is very, very cool. All right. So first question here is, what did you think about the competition between Portugal and Spain? Knowing that all four teams in Spain went to the playoffs and the Portuguese teams went through, but please be nice to the Portuguese people.
I think no, I think this is a very interesting question because when we entered the Iberian, we have a Portuguese player in our team.
Mm.
So I talk a lot with XYC about the Portuguese team and how he saw them, if he
Hmm.
saw them as a threat or not, if we could do it, because we knew coming into this tournament that we would have to fight for that fourth spot, probably,
Hmm.
because there was a lot of teams that were really good. So I think the expectation, even among Portuguese players, was that the Spanish teams were going to be better in
Yeah.
general.
Okay.
I think that was the expectation when the playoffs, I mean, when the qualifier happened.
Mm-hmm. But were you
Then
were you surprised
during
by the quality of the Portuguese teams?
yes, because then during the league,
Yeah.
in particular for the win, was a really good team, and they beat Supermod, for example, and they did a really good league in general.
Mm.
And I was surprised. I thought even the first weeks, I thought even Supermod or Los Hombres de Paco could be left out
Yeah.
if we had a good run, and for the win also had a good run. It could happen. The other Portuguese teams, I think they fought bravely, I think, but the Spanish teams, there's a lot of quality to the Spanish teams, I think.
Yes.
We have to think that Giants right now is a top four European team, so
Yeah. Absolutely
it's
true.
hard.
Yeah. It is.
And
It is
then
hard.
I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken a bit that we had to be the ones to live for the win out of the competition.
Well, I mean, you had to get the playoffs as well,
We
so
had to get it, yes.
congratulations to that. My next question here would be, what did you feel like in you're in a position of you're in a coaching position, so you probably can tell this better than most players could, and which is what did you find? What do you think about the quality and the evolution of the competitive scene, especially in the Iberian League?
For me, the Iberian League, one of the good thing for me about the Iberian League when it was presented is that it meant um, that something in the community, particularly in Iberia, Spain, and Portugal,
Mm-hmm.
was being done right, because this is a big league for what we're used to here in
Okay.
Spain and Portugal.
Mm.
So first of all, coming into the Iberian League, I think the work has been impressive. For example, from Golden Dust, which have been the biggest org for Spanish and Portuguese tournaments,
Yep.
and they have been doing a lot of work, and it has meant that players had a chance to compete a lot, so they became better, and now the Iberian has been a really good league with very quality gameplay because of that,
Mm-hmm.
because of all that previous work. So I think it's like an upwards trend,
Yeah. Yeah.
culminating in this Iberian League, which I felt that has been really good for me. And we talk about this in the program that I used to host, Next Level,
Yeah.
is that the Iberian has chose the format really well. And for me, that was one of the biggest successes for the Iberian League. Understanding that format is really important,
Okay.
and doing a short format where you have the games happening in a month
Mm-hmm.
of all league,
Yeah.
and then the playoffs, which are a big spectacle always.
Yeah.
For me, that has been the key for Iberian, and it's something I think every aspiring competition should look for.
Do you
Format is
think?
for me the deciding factor.
Yeah. Do you think in format wise, do you think that the format has room to be larger? Like instead of just lasting 1 month, maybe last 2 months, have more teams involved, have more games involved as well. Do you think there's interest in the players to do such a thing?
It depends because the problem with format is that if you have a long league, and this has happened to Golden and the Superstar circuit
Mm-hmm.
this year, if the format is longer than 2 months,
Mm.
teams start disbanding,
Ah.
teams start leaving the competition. Yeah, because the esport is evolving really quick.
Yeah.
So if you have play-ins right as your competition is happening, the teams are going to disband because they are going
True.
to practice for play-ins.
Mm-hmm.
So I think shorter formats are usually for these kind of competitions that aspire to be the biggest in Spain, but a small one still.
Yeah.
It's really good because it's still long enough where the competition has room to breathe, I think,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's ongoing, but not long enough to where teams get bored of it. That being said, 2 months it's doable. I think.
Okay.
I think 2 months is for me the hard limit. Longer than 2 months, you are treading dangerous waters.
Great. Thank you for telling me that. Now, last question here, so I don't want to hold you too much longer here, so you can do your thing. Last question is: you're in playoffs. Congratulations for that. What are your expectations coming into playoffs now?
Oof, my expectations. Okay, so coming into Iberian League, I think we could have gotten the second place.
Mm-hmm.
But we had a rough weekend when we had the Los Hombres del Paco and Supermouth
Yes.
games,
Yes, you did.
which I think we could have won both of them. But this is Rocket League, so if you have a bad day that day,
Yep.
it happens. We have Giants first round. My expectations are we are going to at least do the same we did during league play, and that is make it difficult for them.
Mm-hmm.
We are very quick on the pitch, and that's something that can counter a bit how they play.
Yeah.
At least match them in speed. But for me, the expectation is I want to beat Supermouth.
Mm.
That's for me
Okay.
our direct rival, because in Spain right now you have teams that are already rival series,
Yeah.
or RLCS like BDS or Canyons or
Yeah.
right now Giants,
Yep.
and then the second tier it has been for the past 2 months as Supermode, Team Somnium, which were left out
Mm-hmm.
of the Iberian, but there's a lot of competition in that area.
Yeah.
So for us, Supermode is always like Madrid Barcelona, you know.
I see. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's it's a derby, like we call it here in Portugal. A derby.
Yes, it's a derby, and there's a lot of rivalry between the players. Me as a coach and the coach of Supermode, there's also a lot of rivalry there.
I see.
So for me, that's my expectation, or what I want is have a better result than Supermode, and if that
All
means getting third and they get fourth, that's what I want.
I hear you loud and clear. Well, best of luck for you on the playoff run. Hopefully, you'll get to find super mode amongst them and find a way to take them down. So, best of luck to you. Thank you so much for having this short interview with us. This has been AC with Raskull, coach for EC4, on the interview pre-playoffs. So you don't want to miss it. It's happening just this weekend. We'll see you there.
Thank you.